In fact, you can't touch raw power if you have not gone beyond 3 days dry. You have to find a way. 3 days dry brings you into the realm of intervention. But raw power, you have to reach 7 days, 7 to 10 days. Without food, but drink water. Without food, but do what? And then watch your health. If you notice you are fasting and your health is breaking down, you do some. But my problem with some of you is that if the one you tried last month, your health broke down. You try second one, your health, try third one. Oh God, your health in a break it down. You see all the time your health is breaking down. There is a demon that is after your life. A spirit has been assigned to you to make you spiritually lazy, to keep you and camp you in one place and make sure that you don't progress to the next level. So after me, I break free. They were interviewing a man. This interview took place in the 1950s. Interviewing a man that was part of the original attendees of the Azusa Street Revival. And they said that amongst the things that triggered that move of God, aside the prayer, was an initial 10 days corporate dry fasting. 10 days. All of them locked themselves in a room, praying every day, fasting for 10 good days. Then fire appeared. You have not heard about Azusa?
Welcome to Mahanaim Media YouTube channel.
Today we will appear at Mahanaim, where the heavenly host will meet with the earthly host, and then there will be a convergence. Ascend the heights of Zion.
Somewhere along the line, maybe this week, I will start teaching us more on purely fasting and how to generate spiritual power. Can I tell you something? All fasting does not have, whilst you don't need fasting to be called by God or for God to do anything for you. You should also understand that all fasting does not have the same impact on you, on things, and on destiny. And there is a lot of things I want to say, but let me say a few. There is nobody that is used powerfully in the hand of God in the whole scripture that did not make fasting a lifestyle. And if you go through the scripture, you will see certain kinds of fasting. I'm going to talk in details about it. For example, you have basically the 6 to 6 fasting or 24 hours fast. That one is to maintain, sustain. You know, there is a way you go far. Your engine will say is maintenance fast. It's fasting that makes sure you don't fall into sin, you don't fall into demonic attack, it sustains your spiritual momentum. Is that okay? That is why once in a while you afflict your soul. When we say afflict, somebody will say, no, fasting is, I know fasting is a show of love and worship, but the word fasting itself is affliction. Afflicting. So I'm just trying to be doctrinally correct from the scripture. Then we can say many other things we want to say. To fast is to humble your soul, abase it, afflict it. The thing about 3 days fasting is that it is an intervention fast. Say after me, intervention. Say it again. I'm not here. Okay, this one I'm not hearing you. Say after me, intervention. If you want a quick intervention, maybe something is happening. Something happened all of a sudden. And what you did not plan is just happening. I want to cause a great commotion in your life. Enter into a 3 days fasting quickly. 3 days we mean is not 6 to 6. It's like, let me explain. Because these days you say fasting. People interpret it as many things. 3 days mean you will not eat till 3 days pass. What is 3 days fasting? You will not eat till. These days people say fasting is not necessarily not eating. Or fasting is not eating. Then after you have not eaten, then other things. So they say you can fast your TV, you can fast your phone, you can fast you are not fasting. Fasting means keep your phone, keep your food one side. Then there is what is called chosen fast, according to the book of Isaiah chapter 58. First of all, fasting is keeping food aside. If you want your fast to be the chosen fast, consecration fast, not ceremonial, the one that moves the heart and the hand of God over a situation, then a chosen fast has characteristics. And one of it is that in the day that you fast, you put away pleasure. What did I say? In the day that you fast, what do? You put away. I'm not the one saying it, is in your scripture. So when we get to talk more on fasting, I will just show you from the scripture. Look at it. Thank you very much. Isaiah 58 verse 3. Isaiah 58 verse 3. Wherefore have we fasted, say they, and thou seest not? Wherefore have we afflicted our soul, and thou takest no knowledge? So after me, afflict. So fasting is affliction of the soul. So what is the response of the man? Let's read the response together. 1, 2, ready, go. So 2 basic challenges for these guys. He said, number 1, the day that you're fasting, all your pleasures are intact. Are you following me now? That is where phone comes in. That is where television comes in. Are you seeing it now? That is where internet browsing comes in. That is where gisting, too much gisting, anything that gives you pleasure. So some people now fast food, but all their pleasures are intact. And they are asking God, why is my fasting not producing result? He said, yes, you are fasting, but all your pleasures are intact. So that was what a senior minister taught us many years ago. He said, if you are a civil servant and you work Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, start a fast. So that if work closes by 3, they close earlier on Fridays, 2, 3, you move from work straight to your secret place. Are you with me? And then you are there. The only thing you are doing is you are staying on materials that can boost up your spirit. If you check, you have been fasting almost frequently, but you are not shifting effectively. Because even though you are fasting, you are still very busy. Are you with me? So I used to tell people that fasting and busy is not effective. I'm not saying it's impotent. To say it's impotent is to say that there is no power in it at all. That's not what I'm saying. There is power in it. In fact, it can do very powerful things. However, many times you are generating from the same fasting just barely 20% of the power that should come from it. 30% of the power that should come from it. 40% if you are very good. Okay? That means in this case, as you are doing, you are praying. Find time to study. Find time. So you are trying to maximize the fast. This is not what I want to say. But are you blessed? Yes, so, for civil servants, you cannot be busy throughout the year. So, though you cannot use your job as an excuse. And if you notice, are you with me? 2 counsel that I'm going to give people that are in civil service or even business people on how to maximize their fasting seasons is 1, make use of your night. So what you are going to be doing now is that you should be including night fasting, because that's when your fasting is effective. That's when you are doing during the day. The day just passed. Some people, let me tell you the deception that some people have. You think because the fasting passed fast that it means something is achieved. So whenever you start fasting, you are hoping the day will pass fast. So let the day pass fast so that you will count this day. You are still a carnal guy. Your flesh has not been tamed. By the time the day is ending, in the day you are fasting, Valentine, ask yourself, if I have benefited from today's fasting as I ought to. Because if not, you are just go. You understand what I'm saying? So now that I have not decided not to eat, let me what? Maximize it. Even the small time you have in your office, that's a mystery. I was telling you so that you will not agree with me. This one you have agreed with me now. What will I do? Because it's true. You are on 3 days fasting, but you spent all your day running around so that in the night you are not fasting. Forget it. You are wasting your time. You see, I've started saying what you don't want to hear. I'm trying to tell you why you are just doing the motion and nothing effective is coming out. That's why some of the leaders and pastors that fasted with me found out that fasting is different from what they are doing. If I'm doing 3 days fasting, let's assume we are not in this fasting season. You know what I do? I put off my phone, keep it at home. Either I am here or I am somewhere. I will just put off everything. I will sit one place. That room or that hall where I am is where I will stay and I will not leave. In fact, sometimes I will lie down on the ground or sit on a seat from morning till evening. When you finish the fast like this, you know it was your spirit that escaped. Your flesh was left behind. Now you are fasting and everything about you is still intact. some thoughts is still consistent in your mind after 2 days fasting, something is wrong. Because fasting generates a bonfire. In fact, you can't touch raw power if you have not gone beyond 3 days dry. You have to find a way. 3 days dry brings you into the realm of intervention. But raw power, you have to reach 7 days, 7 to 10 days. Without food, but drink water. Without food, but do what? And then watch your health. If you notice you are fasting and your health is breaking down, you do some. But my problem with some of you is that if the one you tried last month, your health broke down, you try second one, your health, third one, oh God, your health in a break it down. You see all the time your health is breaking down. There is a demon that is after your life. A spirit has been assigned to you to make you spiritually lazy, to keep you and camp you in one place and make sure that you don't progress to the next level. So after me, I break free. Another thing I will need you to do is that if you plan to be effective in fasting, take time and actually pray for the grace to fast. There is such a grace, and I've seen it. So don't come and make the mistake of now trying to think that, you see, grace is, you see, are you with me? When God tells you to give him something as a sacrifice, if you give him that thing, if you give God sacrifice, you see, I want to teach you people an important lesson now. Okay? Are you with me? In the new covenant, you bring sacrifice in the mood and nature of grace. Like, if you offer God sacrifices and he does not see it in the fabric and nature of grace, it is a distaste to him. It is an insult. It is foul before his eyes. Fasting, especially when it is joined with prayer, is the most important, is the most powerful tag team in the whole universe. There is no tag team more powerful than fasting when it is joined with prayer, or prayer when it is joined with fasting. They are tactics. If you fast while you are praying, that is one of the ways to pray without stopping. Because when your mouth stops, fasting sustains the wheel of prayer, the impetus, the movement in the spirit. The incense keeps going on. Fasting sustains it. And that is why you notice, if you are in your fast, you notice that, let's assume you prayed in the morning. If you come back in the evening on the days of your fast, you notice it's easy to ascend. It's easy to, that means fasting sustains the prayer posture, prayer atmosphere. There is a prayer atmosphere that you had. Fasting sustains. So he said that I humbled my soul with fasting and my prayer returned to my bosom. So he's trying to say that I got to a point where my fasting became a kind of prayer. What you don't know is that as you are getting weak in your body, that situation is also getting weak. Because that's the way it works. When you get weak in yourself, you get strong in God. Are you following? Hi, why are you people not following me? Are you getting? If you get weak in yourself, you get strong in God. If you get strong in yourself, you get weak in God. So that is why fasting is an indispensable tool, because nothing can make you weak in yourself practically like fasting. They were interviewing a man, this interview took place in the 1950s. Interviewing a man that was part of the original attendees of the Azusa Street Revival. And they said that amongst the things that triggered that move of God, aside the prayer, was an initial 10 days corporate dry fasting. 10 days. All of them locked themselves in a room, praying every day, fasting for 10 good days. Then fire appeared. You have not heard about Azusa? That's how unbelief is. Unbelief is the hardest. You cannot tell me that the children of Israel, that the Bible is saying they have unbelief, does not have knowledge. They have knowledge. They know enough about God. Yet unbelief made them to depart. And the Bible said that it is a subject of the heart. Watch. Are you with me? Watch. When a man, I didn't say stop, brother. When a man starts fasting, first day, what happens on the first day is that they are preparing you for surgery. And there are people, they have prepared you for surgery to remove unbelief for 3 years. Every 50 days is just preparation for surgery. Surgery never happened. Because before surgery will happen, you have come out of your fasting.